It was just a beautiful day. Me and my bike, Bicheal, were riding through the park, feeling the wind blow through our hair. We had no idea that our lives were about to change forever. Now, for any normal person, this type of situation would be the end of the road. But lucky for me, I'm not a normal guy.
Well, his wires and battery are completely intact, but his body is severely broken. And I'm afraid that without a new body, he'll never ride again.
He can have my body.
Sir, you're a completely different blood type. A body transplant is impossible.
Don't tell me impossible. I don't know what that means.
Now, modern science says that humans and bikes aren't compatible, but I refuse to believe that's true. I kinda always thought that my body slightly resembled a bike frame.
So in order to save my bike's life, I'm gonna salvage all of its working parts and create an electric motorcycle suit. So my bike will ride again, and I will successfully become an electric motorcycle. So this electric bike has a motor right in the back wheel here. So what I want to do is position this wheel and strap it to my legs so it's like right there. So I need to get all this stuff that I don't need off of here so I can figure out how to attach this thing to my legs.
Alright, now I know you're probably thinking, Jake, turning yourself into an electric motorcycle? That's crazy. Oh yeah? Well, how about you just take one look at this and tell me that I'm crazy? Yeah, didn't think so.
All right, now that I've got just this part, I want to attach it right here between my legs. Okay, so I've got these things. They're like these little leg strap brace things for painter still, kind of like that guy. So what I'm thinking is I'll take these things and kind of mount them on either side of the forks so I can like easily strap my legs in.
So in order to make this work, I gotta drill a bunch of holes into the bike frame. Now hey, my bike can't talk, but I'm sure if he could, he would be really upset about what I'm doing right now. But hey, listen dude, it's for your own good. Soon we will be one, man and bike together. But there is still much work to be done.
Okay, our stilt straps are on here, and to be honest, it's looking pretty cozy, but we're gonna find out. I'm gonna strap them on right now. Okay. All right, it's on there. So basically what I'm thinking is this is gonna be kind of like this. And then, you know what I'm saying?
All right, now I know this looks a little ridiculous, but trust me.
Okay, so basically what I'm thinking is, you know, doing something kind of like this. You know, like, you know, I can actually turn and stuff. It's kind of, that's not crazy, right? This isn't crazy. Subscribe if you think it's not crazy, or if you do think it is crazy. Okay, well now that we know that I can get this thing to work kinda, it's time to hook up the electricity.
But the only problem here is that all the electronics were still in the bike, and they weren't gonna be easy to get to. Well, I mean, the throttle came off easy, and so did the display, but the most important part was on the inside.
Well, what do we need? Well, we need to get the battery out of here. Battery? You guys told me this bike was magic. So where is the battery? That's the thing. I don't know. It could be anywhere inside this frame. We're gonna have to open them up. Okay, screwdriver. Pliers. Sox's comic book. Nice. Fire hydrant.
Now, if my bike could talk, it would be like, yeah, Jake, you did it! But then I realized that I had nowhere to put these electrical components. I can't put a battery on the back wheel, it's too small. I was gonna need to figure something else out.
Well, guys, I got some bad news.
What do you guys think the bad news is about? I bet it's about his bike.
Yeah, it has to be.
This morning he left on his bike, and now he's just holding a bunch of electrical parts from his bike.
Yeah, if the bad news wasn't about his bike, then why else would he be holding a bunch of bike parts and saying he has bad news?
You guys make a strong argument. I think the bad news is about his bike as well. Let's see what he has to say.
I crashed my bike this morning.
I told you.
Yeah, so I'm building a motorcycle suit out of the spare parts, but I don't have a way to secure the battery and stuff to the build. Got any ideas?
Oh, Jake, don't even worry about all that. That whole idea is completely impossible.
Wait a sec, I got an idea.
You can just use this vest thing. It's got pockets and stuff. You can just connect the battery right to your body. Well, thanks, boxing glove guy. This is gonna be perfect. And hey, Don't ever tell me something's impossible. Alright, I gotta get this stuff attached to this thing. So that way all the wires are nice and secure to my body. But first things first, there's actually a ton of wires and stuff on here that I'm not gonna need because they're for the brakes and we don't use brakes here. So I'm gonna take all that stuff off first.
Alright, now if you know me, you know that I don't really like doing the electrical stuff because it requires a lot of focus. And sometimes it's kinda hard to focus in the garage. And not only that, I don't really know what I'm doing with the electrical stuff, so I'm pretty much just trying not to break things because if I break something, I'm not gonna know how to fix it. And to me, that's very scary. But luckily, I was able to get everything situated and tidied up without breaking any wires.
All right, we've got everything figured out and simplified down to just what I think we need. But before I celebrate, we should probably make sure that this thing actually works. Okay, it turns on, and yes! Let's go! Okay, so now I gotta get this battery and stuff secured into the back pocket of the vest. This wire needs to run down because this is what connects to the motor, and these wires are the controls, so they need to run up because I need them to go to where my hands are gonna be.
Now I had a little issue with this part because the battery was huge and the pocket on the vest was not that big, so I had to cut some slits in the side of the pocket so we actually could, fit the battery on there. Everything else fit into the pocket pretty well. I just had to use some fabric glue to make sure that the battery wasn't gonna fly out while I was driving.
Okay, so I think this thing is done. We've got our battery on the back. The throttle and display thing can go up to wherever my hands are gonna be. And then this guy right here can go down and plug into the motor. So I put this wire on like the left side because I want it to line up. Can you stop? What? You keep messing around with the swords. Give me that. Oh yeah, you know what? I totally forgot. In the last video where I built a bunch of swords, I asked you guys if you wanted me to give away this paper sword to one of you. But here's the thing, half of you were like, yes,
Paper sword giveaway!
Let's do a paper sword giveaway! And the other half of you were like, no!
Make paper made with that sword!
No giveaway!
New character! No.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna settle this. We're gonna settle this right here, right now! If you want us to do a giveaway with the paper sword, go down in the comments and type in giveaway. But if you want us to keep the sword and do a new character with it, go down in the comments and type in keep it. The choice is up to you! Okay, now let's just put this thing together and make sure it works. All right, moment of truth. We are powering this on, and yes! Yes! Don't tell me something's impossible, ever! I knew it! He's trying to build a cyborg suit. He's trying to defeat me.
I don't know, Red Dude. I think he's just trying to bring his bike back to life.
No, he's not. He's trying to build a cyborg suit. And now I need a cyborg suit so I can get him before he gets me. And congratulations, Dr. Scientist. You're gonna be the one to build it for me. Eh? I'm kind of like an electric mermaid. Okay, now for the maiden voyage. Yes! Ah! It works. Okay, but I want to see if this thing really works. So we're going in for the official test drive. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so I did not expect this thing to work nearly as good as it did, and I also wasn't expecting it to go nearly this fast, but hey, no complaints here.
I said a horse in a tea kettle? What in the world is... Yeah! Okay, I just had this thing going over 20 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure how fast this thing goes. But dude, my bike is gonna ride again. Let's go. I just gotta build the rest of this motorcycle suit, and we are good. Let's go. Let's go. So first, I crashed my bike. That was the easy part. And then I created this, which was pretty difficult, not impossible. And then we created the vest situation with the batteries and all that. So now we have these. Now, what to do about these? We need our front wheel. We need a place to put my hands. We gotta figure this out. But first, there is something I wanna fix with this, because every time my leg is sitting in here, I kinda feel like I'm falling out this way. So what I wanna do is reattach these things a little more like this so I have a little more surface area to set my legs on.
Yep, this is one of those times where having big giant calves is more of a curse than it is a blessing. Because every time I put this thing on my legs, I feel my calves starting to spill out of the sides. Honestly, they just felt like they were gonna pop. It was really uncomfortable. But with a lot more support on my shins, it gives my calves a lot more room to breathe. So this is definitely the move.
Okay, now I think this is gonna be a lot better, but we gotta try it out. Oh yeah, that feels way better. This feels way more secure. Okay, now that this thing's in working order, it's time to start working on the front wheel. Now for the front wheel, I basically need to create something like this. So it creates a handlebar type situation like this, but this is gonna be pretty tricky. All right, so how's it feel? I think it's okay. It's a little snug. All right, well, let's turn it on. Let's give it a shot. Oh!
So, what do you think?
It's a little loud, right?
Well, go lift something. Try it out.
Yeah, I guess it works. What else does it do?
Yeah.
What?
Let's get the helmet on you.
Well, hold on. Oh, wait. No. Stop. Turn it off.
What's the problem?
I don't like it. I don't like it. Put it on him. Put it on him. Make it quiet and put it on him. And then send him out there to destroy Jake Carlini's new suit. And help me get this off. All right, now I thought this was gonna be the easiest part, but it's proving itself to be the absolute most confusing thing I've ever done. Because what I wanna do is use this thing, but like, you know, it's too thin to be handlebars. And then I was like, oh, I can put these cool bike pegs on there. But of course, the bike pegs don't really fit on here. So I am down to no options. I have no idea what to do here, but I might have an idea. So basically what I'm thinking is if I put a bunch of these things on here to kind of thicken up the piece of metal here, I can put these on top and create like a good handle for it, maybe?
All right, now I'm gonna be honest. I sat here and watched this footage over and over again trying to figure out how I can explain what's going on here, and I got nothing. So I hope you enjoyed this very confusing montage.
Huh? Okay, this is gonna work pretty good, but I need to fix some stuff first. So the first major issue here is that this column here is threaded. So the more this spins, the more these are gonna spin. And if this is spinning around a bunch, it's gonna spin and then it's gonna fall off the column. So I gotta stop this thing from spinning. Okay, so basically what I'm doing now is putting the glue on the threads, so that way when I screw this thing back over the threads, the glue gets all up in there, and then it won't move around anymore when it spins.
Okay, so for this part, I did everything that I did during the confusing montage part again, but this time I did it with glue and tape all over everything, so that way it would be strong and secure. Once everything was put back together, I cut the excess rod off of there and...
Okay, see what I did here? Got some handles here. This will be a perfect front wheel.
Jake, come quick! There's a raccoon in the backyard. He'd make the perfect addition to our superhero team.
Well, what are his powers?
What?
His superpowers. What are his superpowers?
Why would he have superpowers? He's a raccoon.
Well, why would he be part of our superhero team if he doesn't have superpowers?
Because he's a raccoon! Ugh.
Okay, anyway, where was I?
Where was we?
So there we was. We had all the pieces we needed. I just needed to try it out and make sure it worked.
Oh!
And that's when I realized I made a crucial mistake. The current design of my electric motorcycle suit requires me to have incredible core strength. Now my core strength is excellent, but it's not incredible. This wasn't gonna work. Without abs of steel, my bike was never gonna ride again. And I don't have abs of steel. And I also couldn't bear to accept that my bike is gone. So I had two options. I could either sit there and admit defeat, or I could do something about it.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. I got you for 3 minutes. But they'll never take our freedom. Then nothing is gonna stop me.
Help!
Hey there, how can I help you today?
Why are you here?
I'm here to help you manage your Shopify store.
What are you talking about? What? Shopify Sidekick can talk now? Hold up a sec. Wait, you don't know? Sidekick, tell him what Shopify is.
Shopify is an e-commerce platform that allows individuals and businesses to create their own online stores to sell products and services.
Could you help me write an email to my customers telling them that the limited edition tie-dye shirts are only available till October 6th?
I can guide you on setting up an email campaign using Shopify email. It helps you create and send marketing emails.
Hey, what's going on over there? What's taking so long?
Our sponsor Shopify has this new AI business partner called Sidekick, and it's helping me with my store. And look, it can talk!
What? My eagle guy can't even do that.
Hey, knock it off! So yeah, Sidekick can help you see the details of how your customers shop, help you customize your store, and talk you through it every step of the way.
Hey, could you tell Sidekick to stop selling the shirt with my mugshot on it?
I don't think so, man. Hey, Sidekick, how many Red Dude mugshot shirts do we have left in stock?
You have 175 Red Dude t-shirts left in stock.
Yeah, not gonna happen, Red Dude. Did you call for help? Yeah, with that guy. But I don't need help with my Shopify store because Sidekick's got my back. Right, Sidekick?
That's right, I'm here to help.
Got it.
Get him, eagle guy!
But Shopify Sidekick isn't just an AI assistant. It's a full-on business partner that can help you keep everything running smoothly. Hey, can you guys please take that outside?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Thank you. So hey, if you're looking to start an online business, the easiest, most simple way to do it is with Shopify. And let me tell you, it's so easy, even Red Dude can use it. Right, Sidekick?
I'm not sure who Red Dude is, but Shopify is built to be intuitive for everyone.
So yeah, I really can't recommend them enough. So scan this QR code or go to shopify.com/Jake to start your free trial with Shopify today. All right, now, where was we?
Oh, right, this. Well, now that I've got abs of steel, this should work perfectly fine. Now, this was significantly better, but unfortunately, I think even with my abs of steel, I don't think I'd be able to hold this position for very long, especially when I got that other wheel on the back. And that's when it hit me. That's when I started to believe that building an electric motorcycle suit was impossible. And if I can't do this, that means it's goodbye to my bike forever. And I just can't bear to accept that my bike is gone. We had such an amazing life together, him and I. We played Mario Kart together, we did everything together. I mean, Bicheal even taught me how to skateboard. But I guess it's all over now. So I gave up. I gave up and I just did what everyone does when they're depressed, and I went on my phone. And I scrolled for miles and miles and miles, and then I got bored. So I went on my phone again and scrolled for miles and miles, and then the answer revealed itself. I saw my friend's Instagram story and he had a bike with like extra handlebar things, and I knew that that was my answer. If I was gonna get my front wheel to work, I was gonna need to put some aero bars on them. Oh yeah, by the way, they're called aero bars. I looked it up on Google, so. I was so excited. I jumped up and I did a double backflip.
Whoa, that was totally real!
This wasn't over. This wasn't even close to being over. This was far from over. Because I remembered something I once told Bicheal. I told him I would never give him up. I would never let him down. And I don't plan on doing that anytime soon.
Meanwhile, in the backyard, Jake's roommate Soxus finds himself in a standoff with a mutant eagle guy. Will the cyborg suit be too strong? Will this be the end of Soxus? Find out right now.
Just like the video! It's easy! It costs you nothing! And it helps me out a lot! Every subscriber gives me more strength! And make sure you hit the bell so you're notified when I post more videos! I'm sorry you had to see that, Cal. Comment Q for Cal. Let's do this. Okay, so the idea here is to attach these things like this. So that way, rather than having to be like this, I can be like this. It's a lot easier on the abs. But as you can see here, there's a bunch of parts here, so I gotta figure out how to put this whole thing together.
Now, these things are really cool. Now, I actually had to do this part twice because I refused to read directions for literally anything. But yeah, the fact that this thing had these little pad things where I could rest my forearms was gonna be a total game changer.
Okay, let's see if this is any better. And immediately, yes. Immediately, this feels significantly better.
Okay, so we are down to like the final part of the whole thing here. I need to get the display and the throttle trigger thing to attach to the front wheel situation. So I think I'm gonna attach it right here to the right handlebar so I can control everything with my right hand, and then the wire will have to go down my arm to the vest, and then it's done.
Well, this is it. The final piece to this crazy motorcycle suit. And it's wild to see how far we've come, and I know Bicheal can't talk, but if he could, I know he'd be really proud of me.
All right, so check this out. We got the line that goes from here, and I got it secured to the handlebar here, and then, you know, I can control the speed right with that thing there, and then the display is hidden right, it's hard to see, but it's right here, so I can easily get to it if I need to. So this thing's done. I gotta fully suit up and yeah, give it a shot. Well, Bicheal, it looks like you're gonna ride again after all.
And it's all thanks to you!
It can talk! It can talk! Oh, this doesn't work! I don't know what to do! I don't know what to do! I'm sorry! I didn't know Bicheal was a girl!
Well, after all this hard work, there was only one thing left to do. I had to suit up and see if this electric motorcycle suit was even gonna work at all, so here goes nothing. People love to throw around that word, impossible. But what they really mean is that it's too hard. But just because something isn't easy, doesn't mean that it can't be done. That's all I got.